looks like we have 4 lakes, one of the very fun maps to play on. This is an interesting spawn though. On the south side are pretty even spawn, not interesting, even spawn. South side is completely open. Southwest side we've got Lash. Northwest side we have Core. So really the map is split down the middle like this. And then on the northeast side we have Beasty in yellow and Salami on the southeast side, as pink playing as Roos. In the center of the map, we have a pretty good, strong south forest. Both sacred sites surround that map right now. And also, it looks like we have, Lash playing as English. Last time we saw Salami is playing as English, be semi-aggressive with that council hall placement. So we'll see if we can do that. I think this game is going to be about really securing up those lakes. So it looks like Core is going for the north side of his base, going to that northern lake. Northern lake has a lot more fish in it. So does the south lake, rather than the east and west ones. So you can obviously see just a lot more deep water fish in those examples of those kinds of placements. Also, Clearman, thank you for the follow. Looks like no dock placement yet for Lash, so we'll see if that comes out anytime soon. Salami is getting up as much bounty as possible, as is Core. Core is trying to get some more bounty. There's some pretty good placements over here in his woods for a hunting cabin. There's also a really safe 4 placement as well. So we'll see how Core is going to be doing with his bounty. Let me check on Salami's first though, since we're over here. 245 bounty for Salami, and Core's got 290. So just a little bit of edge over Salami at this point. Otherwise, not much of a difference. Also, thank you for the hydrate as well. Also, Yoshi, thank you for the hydrate. Golden Gate seems to be getting placed down by Salami. I'm assuming Core is about to do the same thing. Maybe not. Core seems to have a little bit more, one more villager and just more on wood right now, and it seems to be investing more in his fishing economy. Beastie doing a little bit of scout harassment with that placement, and no docks yet for Lash or Beastie or Salami. So really the early dock came out from Core, and I think there is a council hall also being placed down by Lash. So I think most players seem to be focusing on aging up in feudal and then going to be going up with the dock, but we'll see what the next moves are for these players. Aachen Chapel also being placed down by Beastie. Pretty good placement with be able to inspire both food gathering and gold as well. So I'm going to look at Beastie's. Yep. Inspired gold, inspired that, not inspired wood, but that's okay at this point. Or when they come back and get food, they'll be able to be inspired by that Aachen Chapel. Also, 3 more scouts are out on Core's dock. So there was a risk going first with that dock pretty early. And it looks like he's got 3 fishing boats out and has to be careful. I'll make sure that he doesn't lose this dock, which is going down relatively quickly. Is at half health. I wonder if he's going to change one of these to an attack ship, but he has to be up in feudal age to do so. So he's aging up right now with the Golden Gate. I don't think it's going to be in time to really fend off the dock going down. So probably going to be losing that dock. Core is, though, securing the lake as best as possible with one of his workers using quite a bit of wood. It's pretty costly to use wood to secure one of those lakes, but also pretty important considering we've seen several of his dock go down, and he's unable to bring that food back, but that's okay because a Lodoya fishing ship, so they don't have to go back to drop off food, so they can gather without going to the shoreline. So does not require a dock. So even though he lost his dock, that's okay. he can still gather food. He's got 4 ships out on the map. On the other hand, Core has finally reached the feudal age. Salami is now not yet built a dock. So maybe this is the new thing. Don't build a dock till after feudal age. I don't know what the investment is, but normally when I see the 1v1s, there's a pretty big push to get that dock out first. Ladoya, I'm asking, I know I add an extra, it's Lodia, but I can't really say it, so I say Ladoya, because I can't say it right. I might as well say it super wrong. Also, it looks like Lash is doing like a little bit of securing of the relics. I think in a defense against Beasty and even Szalami. So that'll be really annoying for the prelate to get through. I don't see any ships out yet for Lash, but it looks like Lash is also walling up as well. So both players seem to be securing up their bases really well. There's a great wood line here to do so, so you can do that relatively easily. Beasty out in the map with men at arms, so it looks like Beasty has placed down the Burgrave Palace, and I want to say that Beasty is most likely foregoing the ships just because he knows that he can gather food a lot faster underneath the Aachen Chapel than investing a lot of wood and making ships and then going out making wood, ships, docks, and then like getting just these few fish. So I think this is actually really smart. Also, it looks like, I'm pretty sure Szalami brought all those deer over to him, is doing more of a deer delivery, so he doesn't have to worry about gathering. A little bit of a wololo going off on accident, I think. That was an accident. I'm not sure what that was, why the wololos both went off. It looks like a monastery is also being built, and Szalami is doing another deer delivery, Uber deer for Uber Eats for BC Cutie. So BC Cutie is also about to go down with the Palace of... Oh wait, for some reason it looked like he could have aged up, but he decided not to. Also going to be trying to grab this relic, which has been walled up by Core, so a little bit of frustration for him. And it looks like men at arms are now in the base of Core. Core's coming out with the Abbey of the Trinity. There'll be a little bit more competition on the map for some of those relics, which have been walled up by Lash and Core. Core and Lash have both secured a couple of relics out here on the map with walls surrounding them, which helps in a little bit. But BC already has 2 relics over here in his monastery. Even the Burgrave Palace is consistently producing. He's sending them all the way across the map to the base of Core, and Core doesn't have any military yet. He is producing some units out of the archery ranges, so we'll see if he'll be able to get that out soon enough. Camel or horse archers. Are these just regular men at arms? Yeah. Regular men at arms, no Lash connects yet, but they're going to be able to take out those horse archers if the horse archer does not run away. They're not super strong. They need to get like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hits on 6, 7, 8, like on these men at arms. That men at arms are just a little bit too strong in this sense to fend off with horse archers. Also, there's another dock placed down by Core, which is relatively exposed. Burgrave Palace is just doing work on the base of Core. Wow, all right. And we've got a couple of those taken out by, looks like the monk is actually doing more damage than some of the other ones. He's trying to skirt around the main TC to at least get them underneath the fire. So a couple of them are being taken out, and I think there, but just as soon as that happens, there's another group, Lash, coming out with a couple of Royal Knights to do some defense. Men-at-Arms are just, there's just too many men-at-Arms. Too many men-at-Arms. Another pellet on the way. Just all the food resources from Szalami are headed over towards the Aachen Chapel. This is crazy teamwork right now. Beasty and Szalami have literally taken pretty much all the food off the map and are doing a lot of damage right now. I don't think these 3 knights can really chase off the spawn of the Burgrave Palace. It's just not enough. Lash isn't strong enough at this point, even though they're underneath the fire of the TC and this wooden fortress. It looks like most of the knights are going down. It's really poor trade for Lash at this point. Just these are a little bit more expensive than the men-at-arms, especially when they're coming out of the Burgrave Palace. Szalami is also still in feudal, but seems to be just supporting his teammate in a really strong support role, not in a military role, picking up any of the deer around the map and just bringing the food back to Beasty. And Beasty is now up to an eco of 39. Lash and Szalami are a little bit higher in that regard, but otherwise the military size of Beasty is just too much to contend with for Core and Lash right now. They're going to be able to take out this wooden fortress. And it looks like there's a warrior monk from Core back out in the field, probably going to be grabbing this relic, trying to get off a good Wololo if possible. That might be his only hope at this point, to get off a Wololo. Oh man. Yeah, there's just this long stream coming out of the Burgrave Palace. I think that's something that needed to happen, was a wall needed to be created right in between these 2 tree lines, which I was saying earlier. There's really good dotting along, dotting a forest on this map, which you can use to secure up your base, and that just like did not happen in time for Core, and it looks like Szalami has built a wooden fortress in Core's base. Unfortunately, at least this wall is here to prevent these men-at-arms from getting through, but oh my gosh. That tree was chopped down and they just got through. No. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Horse archers unfortunately have to stop to shoot their arrows. I just saw that message earlier, and probably the second dock from Core is also going down at this point. Has no military. Military from Beasty's up to 27. No Wololo going off. I don't know where that military unit went, but the Burgrave Palace is just doing work at this point. Probably is going to be able to secure this sacred site. There's only 2 sacred sites on this map. Easy to find, and so I don't think it's looking good for either Core or Lash at this point. Beasty is still in age 3, so it has chosen not to go up to Imperial age at this point, but Szalami now has reached Castle age, as well as a Roost player. You shine in every age, and so even though he's playing more of a support role, getting that food from the ships and bringing in all the deer to the Aachen Chapel for his teammate Beasty, yeah, it's just not looking good. Also, Szalami's eco is really, really strong, and Core is down to a eco of 23 villagers. His main TC is definitely under fire, going to be able to be sieged down by all these men-at-arms who are just like, you see this little dot across the map. It's like connect the dots. It's definitely not the best outcome for Core. Lash doing their best to get in with some crossbowmen and some knights to at least do a little bit extra defending, but otherwise it's going to be not looking good for these 2 players, Lash and Core. This is their last game for it, so I think they're going to try to fight to the bitter end, hopefully, but Beasty has just been ruthless with the Burgrave Palace. Looking more over on this side, it looks like also Spasskia Tower. Spasskia tower is going to be placed over this second sacred site to be fully secured by Szalami. So beauty of the roost is it's really, I feel like it's such an easy jump from Castle Age to Imperial Age as a roost player once you save up enough. So looks like he decided to make that jump. Main TC is going to be taken out by Core. Core is now down to a villager count of 19. I think actually that includes a couple of ships. The ships were taken out by Szalami, so no fishing eco there. A couple of ships down here, and I don't know where the rest of the workers are at this point. Wow. Szalami sure knows the power of Beasty Sanctuary. Yeah, deer drops are really, really good. Even though that eco has been banned for Inspired Warriors, Szalami doesn't need it, and we finally get the tap out from Core and Lash. It looks like it's a clean sweep, 6-0 for Szalami and Beasty.